Hello Year 2 George Spicer, Miss Buckley here with a slightly different video this week. I am doing SPAG, so your spelling, punctuation and your grammar. Okay, so you're going to practice all the different parts of your pack and then you're going to get yourselves going and doing it yourselves. Okay, so let's start with the first thing. Off we go. Okay, so we're going to do some cursive handwriting together now. It's really important you remember to always use your cursive handwriting because it helps us with the flow of our writing. It also helps our writing become more readable and we can practice the letter formation that we need to use for our uppercase and our lowercase letters. So before you start your handwriting, make sure you've got your bottom back on the chair, your back nice and straight, your feet flat on the floor and you're holding your pencil properly. Make sure you focus on that. Okay, so it's really important that we have a good old practice of our handwriting. So I'm going to write a sentence that has every single letter of the alphabet in it. And I would like you to practice it, please, 3 times after I have written it. I'll give you an example here, and then you need to write it 3 times on some paper, which means that you'll be able to practice your letters before you do the rest of your SPAG. Okay, so let's look. We start with a capital letter. So the capital T, the, up my ascender goes, the, like this. Then quick, qu, round, back, down and up. Qu, sitting on the line, quick, kick and cur, round and out. Dot my I. Notice how my descender going down here does not go too far, is not too wide, it's nice and neat. And all my other letters are sitting nicely on the line. So the quick brown, B, make sure it's the B sound, brown, B, ow, sitting on the line, brown, dog, now it's the D, round and up and out and over, D, O, round for the G and down nice and neatly and round. The quick brown dog, now we've got a J, jumped, jumped, jump, using that ED ending, jumped and up and down, jumped. The quick brown dog jumped over, I think I'll probably fit it here, round, back and round over, the, starting again on the line, up, make sure that my H goes higher than my T, over the, lazy, all, and then Z, bit tricky, 1, 2, 3, lazy, up into my Y, sitting on the line, round, the quick brown dog jumped over the lazy, F, on the line, fox, F, O, X, and it's the end of my sentence, so I need a full stop. Look how all of the letters are sitting nicely on the line. None of them are too oversized. I think my even better if would be maybe to make this O a little bit smaller so it's a bit more uniform. But as you can see, how they go down and how they go up is nice and neat, straight letters. So write this for me 3 times, please, to really practice that cursive handwriting. Great, so now we're going to focus on looking at our capital letters and our full stops and making sure that all our sentences are punctuated correctly, because that is really, really important. It's very important, especially by the end of year 2, that you have all your capital letters and all your full stops in the right place, so your sentences are superb. So in your SPAG packs, you've got some sentences that you need to correct by adding in capital letters, maybe taking them out, working out basically what donut mistakes have been made and how you can fix them. So as a practice, let's have a look at this one here and I'll show you how I would work these out. So here is my sentence. 4 astronauts were floating in the sky. Okay, so I need to think, what does my sentence need? It needs capital letters. Let's have a look. I always need a capital letter at the beginning of my sentence, which means I know this must be wrong. So that needs to be a capital letter. So I'm going to circle this because that's incorrect, and I'm going to do this here. I need a capital for 4. 4 astronauts. I can see that astronauts has got a capital letter. It's not the beginning of my sentence. It's not the name of a place, and it's also not the name of a person. Astronauts. That does not need a capital letter. I'm going to circle this, that's incorrect. And I'm going to put my lowercase a just here. So 4 astronauts were floating. Floating. Does floating need a capital? I can see it's at the beginning of my line, but is it at the beginning of my sentence? It's not, which means I'm going to circle this. It's incorrect. I need a small f just there. Floating in the sky. Okay, I think I've got a capital here. Do I need it now? It is a capital I, which I do use sometimes if I was saying I went or I saw. However, it's in the word in. So I don't need a capital I just need a little one. So that's incorrect as well. So I need an I like this. 4 astronauts were floating in the sky. Okay, I'm happy with my capital letters. However, one really important thing that I need to remember is how I finish my sentence. Now, what is missing here? Think about it. What's missing here? Very, very good. We need a full stop. Now, we don't want a big football full stop. We don't want a full stop that's floating away. A neat full stop at the end of my sentence. Capital letter here. 4 astronauts were floating in the sky. Good. I'm very happy with that. So the next part of your SPAG activities is to finish sentence off using the appropriate conjunctions. Now, we've had quite a long look at conjunctions already in our writing sessions, and you've had a look at them in the other SPAG weeks as well. But conjunctions are words that link our ideas together, as we know. So we have and, because, so, but, and they link our ideas together. They're fantastic little words that make our writing even more interesting than normal. So what you need to do in your SPAG packs this week is you've got sentences that are only half done and they finish with a conjunction and you need to finish off the rest of the sentence. I want you to be creative in your thinking. When I've been reading through some of the writing in Robin, I think it's fantastic, but I think you can do better. Be creative. What could be happening? How could you use these conjunctions? So, to give you an example, here is my half-complete sentence. So it says, the astronaut was scared because. Okay, so I'm looking here. The astronaut was scared because. Okay, why would the astronaut be scared? I think he's scared because the spaceship was crashing down to Earth. So the astronaut was scared because the spaceship and make sure your sentences definitely make sense as you write them, because sometimes you can get a little bit carried away and the sentence doesn't make perfect sense. So make sure you're always checking as you go. The astronaut was scared because the spaceship was, think of a great word, crashing down to Earth, zooming down to Earth, or plummeting down to Earth. I think I like crashing, but there's so many different words. Think about different words you could use as you're writing your sentence. Be creative. Crashing, using my ing ending, crashing down to Earth. Now, I think that Earth needs a capital letter because it's the name of a place. So Earth has a capital F. Crashing down to Earth. There we go. And I need a full stop at the end. Always at the end of my sentence, capital letter, full stop. Now I think my sentence now reads, the astronaut was scared because the spaceship was crashing down to Earth. That's a great sentence. I'm proud of myself. Oh, could I do an even better if? I think I could. How is the spaceship crashing down to Earth? Quickly, dramatically. See if you can think of a word and add it to my sentence, and then have a go at doing your sentences on the SPAG pack. Great, so the final bit of our SPAG section is looking at apostrophes and commas. Here we go. So the apostrophe a little bit at the top there, comma a little bit at the bottom there. So you can use apostrophes for 2 reasons. Either when you're joining 2 words together, shouldn't, couldn't, wouldn't, don't, didn't, or when it's something belongs to somebody. So Miss Buckley's purple pen, or George's red kite, something like that, when it belongs to somebody. They're the 2 times you'd use an apostrophe. Commas, you use commas in a list when you are listing different things. So the big blue spaceship. Big comma blue spaceship. That's what you would do when you're using your comma. Make sure you're using your commas in your list. So in your SPAG pack, you're going to be looking at sentences and adding in the correct commas and apostrophes. So I've got a couple of examples here that I will do to show you how I would work them out, and then you can have a go doing it yourself. So the first one, I'm going to get my pen. The huge red spaceship was as big as a meteor. Okay, the huge red spaceship. So the words huge and red are describing the spaceship. I think I'm missing a comma. The huge red spaceship, I have a list, huge and red. So my comma goes here. The huge, comma, red spaceship was as big as a meteor. Ooh, bonus points. Who can tell me what this part of the sentence is? As big as a meteor. What have I used there? I'm not going to tell you. Think about it. What have I used there? So there's my comma. Okay. The astronaut's hands were shaking. The astronaut's hands were shaking. Okay. So I have got hands and astronauts both have a s at the end, so they might need an apostrophe. So the astronaut's hands. So look at hands. Okay, does anything belong to the hands? Were shaking. Does shaking belong to them? No. And is hands two words being put together? No. So hands does not need an apostrophe. It's a plural, it just means two hands. The astronaut's hands. Okay, does anything belong to the astronaut? Yes, the hands. The hands belong to the astronaut. So the astronaut's hands. So my apostrophe goes here. The astronaut's hands were shaking. Okay, and finally, my final sentence I'm going to have a look at here is the spaceship shouldn't be landing yet. The spaceship shouldn't be landing yet. So what word here do I think needs an apostrophe? The spaceship shouldn't. Shouldn't, should be, should not. That's two words I've joined together, which means that I put my apostrophe here. Shouldn't. Good. The spaceship shouldn't be landing yet. Any commas do I need? No. So there we go. There are my three sentences using the correct punctuation. Now it's your turn. Have a look at your pack. Thank you for watching. It's been lovely to be able to talk to all of you again. Hopefully I'll see you very, very soon. Get going on the SPAG sections of your pack. I can't wait to see what you send me and send to your other teachers. Wish you all lots and lots and see you soon, hopefully. Bye!